this recording? I pray to God it is because I really don't want to do this again. All right, so this video to me is like working out, the beginning stages of working out. Content creation, I want it to feel like how it is when I'm in the gym, my daily routine. I do it daily, or maybe not anymore. I used to do it daily. And now, if you've been following me on Instagram or you see my last YouTube video, which I may delete and re upload, um, working out isn't so much of a daily thing for me anymore. And I'll explain why, because of this injury and these pins that are coming out of my foot right now. That doesn't make me necessarily so much happy. But back to working out and it being part of a lot of people's daily routine. That's what I want content creation to be for me. Creating, I want that to be part of my daily routine. I want it to be just like working out is. Um, in the beginning of stages of going to the gym, working out, um, you know, caring for your health, you may start off like a bit choppy. You go very seldomly. You may hit the gym one time a week, twice a week. Sometimes you may hit it 4 times a week. Sometimes you may hit it twice. And I feel like in the beginning stages, it's the hardest to commit to the gym because it's something new that you're adding to the routine. It exerts a lot of energy. Some people are not as motivated as others, and all of that is understandable. But however, you have to constantly expose yourself to that new routine, whatever it is. In this case, we're just comparing working out to creating content. You have to constantly expose yourself to that thing in order for it to become the new norm for your life. Um, and for you to get better at it, you know, the people who've been in the gym longer and, learning properly have better form than those who have not, or those who are just not as educated. So, uh, and that's what I look at content creation now. I've been doing this for years. However, I feel like it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. If you haven't been doing it like at a consistent manner, it doesn't necessarily matter because whenever you do get in front of the camera or whenever you do sit down and write, whenever you do get out and you shoot your photos in whatever uh in whatever form that you create, if you're not doing it consistently, majority of people will find themselves that whenever they do get to that point where they're doing it, they feel extremely awkward or extremely like it's just not natural for them to do it. And this video for me is I'm simply only doing this because one, there's a lot of other videos that I'm working on right now that require me to one, get in front of the camera and speak about certain topics, and um, get in front of the camera and speak about certain topics, or even if it's not in front of the camera, just on mic, speaking about certain things, doing voiceovers for certain projects that I'm working on. And I was like, man, how can I kind of prep my way to speak without just going on that project and speaking immediately? And I was like, all right, it's been a while since I put out like a podcast in a sense, or like a long form type of video where I'm just speaking. And with my situation right now, my foot being broken, there's no better time to. I have all the fucking time in the world. Am I in the best condition? No. Uh, I took me an hour to set up all this stuff around my room. I moved my camera in like a 360-degree motion around my room, seeing what was the best way to set things up. Nothing was really making me happy. Even this right now, um, I won't. I'm 90% sure I won't be happy with the way the camera's set up, but I'm really trying to care less about that. It's much more what I'm saying than how my camera is set up or how my room looks. Um, and another thing is just like the pain that I feel in my foot. Uh, I may just cut this video off in a minute or so, and say like, all right, I just don't feel like speaking anymore, and uh, and then this video would just never come out. But I'm kind of forcing myself to do it. So with that being said, I want this video to serve as an update with what's been going on in the past 2 weeks again, 2, 3 weeks, the situation I'm in right now, what I would like to come from the next few weeks and months, while I don't see myself being in a much different situation than I'm in right now with my foot. Uh, and the reason why I say what I would like is because just based off the last 5 nights, which have been 5 nights post-op from my surgery, um, the pain and just the way I've been feeling has been like so sporadic, if that's the word, that yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna just have the motivation to create anything. But here we are. So at the end of November, fuck am I saying? At the end of May, I'm losing it. At the end of May, um, mid-May to the end of May, I went and traveled throughout Nicaragua with my brother. Amazing trip. That was in itself one of the greatest trips I've ever been on, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Um, Even given the circumstances that I'm in right now, I don't think I can just take what happened here and just say that ruined my entire trip. It did not. It happened at the end of my trip, so that's a that's a positive way I should be looking at it. Um, I'll get more into like an in-depth Nicaragua review and a look into like my the projects I went out there to work on, and my catalog and all that, my Lightroom catalog and the photos and videos that I took. I'll get into that on a separate, I think, podcast episode or a long form video, whatever I want to call it. Really depends on how good this video goes and if I even feel comfortable speaking in front of the camera the way I am right now. But I'm Nicaragua was amazing. Towards the end of the trip, got into a motor scooter accident. I explained it all in my last video that I put up on YouTube. Um, I may delete that and re-upload a re-explanation of everything that happened, just because, like I said, my last video, I spoke about it just in one take. Um, I don't know if I was necessarily like in the greatest of moods when I made that video. Um, so maybe I didn't explain it properly. So maybe I'll redo that again. But got into an accident. The accident wasn't even really that bad, to be honest with you. It was just the fact that the 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 motorbike fell on my foot. I continued to do a 4 hour hike on it. That whole story, whatever. I came back, and after X-rays being done, CTs being done, 5 broken bones, I had to get surgery done. I'm someone who cracks jokes on absolutely every single thing that I'm going through. You have to make light of situations, I think, especially situations that happen in my life. I have to make light of it, so I crack jokes a lot. And I've been doing that. What else are you going to do? However, the last 5 days being post op, it's hard to make jokes about this shit because it's affected me big time, like a lot. The first being, let's just speak about the pain. I'm always in a state of discomfort. I've been in discomfort since the accident, but especially since having surgery, which was done on Friday. Today's Wednesday. So what is that, 5 days post op? I've been in constant discomfort the entire time. Pain, 95% of the time I'm in pain. Here and there, I'll have moments where I just won't feel anything in a good way. Like I know, oh, you can't feel your foot. No, I can feel my foot, but like I won't feel any pain, which is great. Um, but then, yeah, 95% of the time I'm in pain, and that pain just ranges. Most of the time, it stays at like a 6 out of 10. I can bear that, even though it's annoying. And then it stays at like a 5 out of 10 to 6 out of 10. And then at night, in the morning, it jumps up to like a 9 out of 10. And that's when I start thinking about them pills that they gave me, the the harder stuff. And I've just been taking like, ibuprofen now, Tylenol very seldomly, both of them. Um, Part of me was just like, all right, let's see if I can just do this without pain meds. But when it's affecting your sleep and you have to get rest, and people that I love been telling me that no, you have to take this so that you can rest uh, and not be in pain. At first, I was against it. Now, I'm like, all right, I just need this stuff. Um, Not taking it around the clock, but nights like last night and 2 nights ago was where I was just like, oh, uh, yeah, maybe it's time for that Percocet, which I haven't taken yet, but we'll see. So the past 5 nights have been constant pain. Like past 5 days, sorry, have been constant pain. I'm waking up with my jaw hurting because I'm grinding my teeth throughout the night, and I'm not noticing it until I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, but I'm noticing in the morning that like why like does my jaw hurt? It's because I'm grinding my teeth because I'm experiencing pain throughout the night. Um, the leg elevation, that helps a bit. Obviously, that's more for swelling than anything. Um, and even when I take like ibuprofen or Tylenol, the pain subsides a bit, but it never goes away. Never goes away. And 2 nights ago and last night being the worst, I've had crazy intense dreams. Like I don't necessarily like um I don't dream. Well, let me not say that. Everyone dreams. I don't remember my dreams. So like for this has been just like for years, and maybe I need to go see a doctor about this. It doesn't really bother me at all, but um like when people tell me about dreams that they had last night, I'm someone who like I don't remember my dreams, so I never really have anything to tell people about the sleep that I had last night. I don't get a lot of sleep at all, like 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, um, which is not enough, but like I'm still able to like go to work. I manage throughout the day, um, but I don't necessarily recall any of my dreams. The last 2 to 3 nights, I've had damn near fucking nightmares, and I might even like I feel low key embarrassed to say this because it sounds like I'm hallucinating. But the last 2 nights, I think no, I think it was last night definitely, and the night before last. I'll speak on last night. Um, I won't even like get it. I feel so awkward saying the dream that I had. It sounds like I'm hallucinating, and maybe I am. I was editing until like midnight, and I said, okay, let me go to bed. The second I try to go to bed, I start feeling an insane amount of pain in my foot, so I couldn't sleep. So I'm up until 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning. That's when I finally sleep. I'm sleeping for an hour until I have what I know now, which is a dream. Now I know it was a dream, but at the time, I thought I was awake. And what happened in this dream was I'm laying in bed. I feel my body in my bed with my foot elevated, and I feel someone get out of the bed next to me. So I feel the bed move as if someone got out. And when they get out, I feel something touch my hand. So I'm like, first off, who the fuck is this and who is touching me? I feel so fucking insane saying this because I sound nuts. But I feel someone touching me. So I'm with my eyes closed and I'm just like, okay, I felt someone get out of the bed and there's someone touching me now. I don't know who this is. So I said, okay, I'm going to catch the person who's touching me. And I jump up out of my sleep and my entire body just like kind of like just jerks. And and when my whole entire body jerks, I feel my toes jerk as well. Like my leg jerks, I feel like I try to move my toes and right now I have, can I show this? Like my, yeah, I really can't maneuver myself, but I have a splint right now and it's wrapped up and there's pins, which I won't really even like show in detail on camera, but there's pins inside of my toe. There's pins going inside of my foot. So I haven't been able, even since my accident before my surgery, I haven't been able to wiggle my toes at all because my foot has been so swollen that I haven't been able to wiggle my toes. So since like the end of May, I haven't wiggled my toes at all. Um, and holy shit, this is so like painful when I think about it. Last night, since May, haven't been able to move my toes. It's been so swollen. I have my surgery. There's pins inside of my foot. I have my foot splinted up and it's wrapped down. So now there's less mobility than ever in my feet, right? Before I had my foot free, now I don't. And they're literally pinned down. And the most movement I felt like I've ever applied to my foot was last night when I jerked up out of my sleep. And that was while I have two pins going through my toes right now. That's the most I felt like I applied movement to them, which I didn't see. Obviously, it was dark at night, and I just woke up and jerked, and my heart was racing. I'm breathing heavy, and immediately after that, I felt like 10 out of 10 pain because I attempted to move my toes while my foot is wrapped up and there's pins inside of them. So did my bone just? I should really call my fucking doctor now that I think about it. Um, so yeah, that happened last night. The night before last, I also had another dream that was that intense, and both nights I woke up. I mean, heart racing, uh, just heart racing in crazy pain. I mean, like so much pain, it's not even funny. So that's really how this foot has been making me feel. Um, I don't mind so much being like, even though it's a little bit annoying now, being locked down in my house. Because creatively, like I'm able to get a lot of like creative work done, a lot of editing, um, finishing a lot of projects that I'm obviously going to be able to do and put out in the next few weeks and months now. Now that I'm going to just be out of commission till who knows when. So just to put a bow tie and finish all this shit on my foot right now, I absolutely can't stand the question on when people ask me like, and listen, it gets me mad obviously because I'm going through it, I understand that they're only mean it out of the kindness of the heart. They're checking up on me, want to make sure I'm well, and would love to hear an update. However, there is no update on my foot for a long time, for weeks. Um, like I said, I'm 5 day post op, and people are asking me how my foot is. Listen, my friend, my foot is going to be the same way it is for weeks, and even after I take the pins out, which may be next month. Recovery. What is the recovery period? This is going to take months to do. I assume. I still haven't really spoke to my doctor in depth about everything. Um, excuse me, but um, yeah, the recovery period is just not anytime soon. That's the easiest way I can put it. Is this shit still recording? Um, so yeah, it's I was just about to say it's frustrating every single time I look at my foot. I apologize to people who are watching this, especially at this point. If you've been watching this entire time and you've just seen me 50% of the time look at my foot as opposed to my camera, it's hard not to look at. It's hard not to look at, especially since I have to have it elevated. Like you don't look at your feet because you're a normal person. And when you're just making a video, or when you're just going about your day or sitting at a desk, your foot is down. My feet are up right now because I need to have it elevated. So it's in my line of view, kind of. Your feet are not because you're a normal person. I'm a crippled fuck. So yeah, um, a lot of positive thoughts would help. And I'm relatively optimistic person. So I know it'll take time. I'll get back there. But yeah, just not anytime soon. So to those of you who like to check up on me and ask questions, I beg of you, the question of how's your foot or how's the recovery period or start those in like a month maybe and just ask every couple weeks or so because it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. My foot is fucked for a long time and I don't know when I'm going to walk again. I will, I just don't know when. And the sad part about it, oh man, yeah, let's just get a little bit more depressing. June is what is it? Men's mental health month. Yeah, this is a great time for this to happen. Yeah, maybe you should check up on me some more. I don't want to make some jokes that I shouldn't, but yeah, you catch my drift. Men's mental health month, and I broke my foot days before, and now you tell me on Men's Mental Health Month awareness or whatever the fuck it is, because who knows about that day? Who cares about us? That you won't be able to walk for the rest of the summer. These jokes write themselves. Um, yeah, just on top of that, in the beginning of some, I won't speak to what specifically I was going to do, but yeah, I was planning a lot of things where I needed my feet or a foot where I couldn't lose a foot. I'll just put it like this: I went on in March. I went to Rio with the guys, the Pedro de Gavia. We did a hike, and that hike, I no joke think that like changed my perspective on life. And I was like, I gotta be more active. Like, oh no, I gotta see nature. I gotta get out there. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And then 2 months later, between March and the day before I broke my foot, I planned on doing a lot of things. And then God was like, nope, give me your foot. All right, that's enough of that. So, what's going to be happening in the next few weeks? So, what do I hope to come from the next few weeks? So, This week, we're starting off with what I like to call resource guides. Weekly, I believe I will be doing, I will be putting out what I like to call resource guides, um, which are the all essential things that you need before traveling to a destination. Information on transportation, weather, accommodations, activities to do, things to see, day trips to take, um, best time of years to visit. The essential things that you need when traveling to a location, when you say, like, hey, I want to book a trip to Blase Blah, Paris. I want to book a trip to Rio de Janeiro, for example, the first one that we're putting out this Friday. Maybe when this video goes live, this will be done. Uh, what was I just saying? I lost my train of thought. Let's see. What was I just saying? Fuck. Um, yeah, resource guides we're putting out weekly for different locations. This week it will be Rio de Janeiro. Um, Later this month or at the beginning of next month, I will be putting one out for Paris. And ultimately, this is something that only gets done. This is something that really only. I just double checking. This is something that really will be done weekly. If it's done weekly and I have no input from other people, I'm just gonna choose a location. However, I look at this as like the best way for people to benefit with whatever trip they have coming up, because I'm putting these out for free. These resource guides, I really want to have this as, with every trip, you're supposed to do as much research as possible, but it would be good to have everything in one place and not jumping around from multiple websites. And um, I said, all right, what if I can just give something that can not only give people all the essentials, like I just stated, transportation, accommodations, places to see, um, day trips to take, best times to visit, all the essential information you need before going somewhere, but can also give you a daily itinerary for if you're going on a 3 day trip or a 5 day trip. I haven't decided which amount of days I want to create itineraries for. I'm thinking of a 5 day, or it may change for different locations, but I'm putting these out for free. And I'm doing this with the help of AI. And I'm extremely excited for this. Like, this is something I've been planning for a while now. And AI has made this extremely more uh, easy to create, faster to create, and the amount of research that I have to do was done in a fraction of the time because of AI. Um, I still proofread and check up on all these different locations that I'm creating with the help of AI. But to be honest with you, like, one, the places that I haven't went to and I don't know firsthand, I'm reaching out to people who have been. But to be honest with you, like, there's just no one who is more knowledgeable than the information that you need for the trip than artificial intelligence, if I'm being 100% honest with you. So you're having these resource guides made with top of the line, like, researchability. That makes sense. And also it's free. So I'm hoping to put these out on social media and promote these a lot in a way to do two things. One, it's a helpful guide needed for those who are traveling to whatever destination you're going to. And even me, someone who travels now, who's experienced, like, this is stuff that I'm using for future trips as well. I'm giving to my friends to use for future trips as well. I have what I like to say. I have a not a database, but I have something that is giving me the ability to create these in such a fast time. AI. And now it's to the point where no, if someone needs this for whatever trip they have coming up, um, just give it out for free. And the reason why I want to do this for free, and I remember speaking to I forgot who it was. I was speaking to a friend about this, and they're just like, why would you not want to profit off of this? Let me be 100% honest with you, because I don't think there is much to profit off of. I look at the travel community now, and I feel like everything I'm speaking about right now, I may speak about again on another episode because I'm kind of just rambling now. But I don't think there is money in selling travel guides. I think the people who do buy these travel guides, um, I may be 100% wrong. I just don't think that there's money in it. I don't think it's a smart thing to buy travel guides in today's day and age. Why? Because of what I just told you I'm doing. I'm using AI to make these for people. I tried, it took a little while, I'm not going to lie, because I wanted to make the perfect prompt to give people everything that they needed without feeling too um, overwhelmed with information, giving people the vital stuff that they need. And we're going to put it out, we're going to test it. But I don't think there's any money in selling travel guides, in itineraries. I think me, myself, I'm going to not profit more, I'm going to gain more from gaining the following that can come from it. I could be 100% wrong, but I think that it is, it's much more beneficial to give something that people can get on their own by the use of AI, or if they don't use AI, because not a lot of people do, they just spend their time doing research. Don't do that research. Have the time cut out for you. Save your time by just downloading what I'm giving you, and and also uh, uh it'll be possible for me to gain a community from people who download these free resources, and then I can get their contact information as well. So um, please take from this those other creators who are, thinking about growing a community, growing a following. Um, and at the end of the day, I hope you're in a field that you genuinely care for. And I truly do want to grow the travel and tourism sector. And I think one of the first steps is done by giving free resources to those people that contribute to that sector. There's multiple reports coming out through the TSA, through the World Travel and Tourism Board, speaking about how the traveling is at an all-time high now, even pre-pandemic statistics. Like traveling is at an all-time high now. Let's see if we can keep growing it. And one of the ways to start is to get those people who either do travel and need these resources. But I think about me, someone who at the beginning in 2018, before I even got on my first international flight ever, um, the amount of time I put into, you know, the different places I was going to. I was traveling to 8 different countries at least within that summer of 2018. And the amount of time that went into creating an itinerary for each country that I went to it took months. It took an insane amount of time. I wish someone would have told me, "Hey, listen, just download this, and this will give you everything you need to know: what attractions there are to see, the best time of year to visit, the best way to move around that city when it comes to transportation. Some have a good metro system. Some of them, hey, just take an Uber the entire time. Um, you know, uh, things to eat there, just everything that you need." So that will start this Friday. Again, please take that formula of give out free resources, gain a community from it. I'm saying this before before I'm doing it. Let's see what comes of it. Give me a few months. Give me some. Give me. I'd say if I do it weekly and I'm doing it for the next 3 months, I think by 3 months that's when I'll start to see a good return on um, the following that I gain from it, or not even so much following the downloads that come from it. That's my main thing. I just want people to take from this and use it, and then tell me, hey, listen, I'm going to this location next. Can you make one for here? And then we'll do it. So um, that's that. The next few weeks, in May, I posted daily. I want to step away from that and not post daily. The reason why I did it daily in the month of May was because I felt like I wanted to expose myself more to the followers that I had weren't necessarily seeing my work. And this was just a theory of mine. I don't know if it necessarily did this, but I know that the outcome was that my engagement is 100%, not a 100% up, but it definitely has went up um, as far as like when it comes to engagement through my stories on Instagram and engagement in my comments a bit, but not much. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really like done well with the engagement in my comments, and I think that's just because I haven't grown my following yet, and that's why the free resources will help. But in the month of May, I posted daily, and and what I posted daily was just my creative work. It was just posting. 95% of it was travel, tourism, photography, or videography videos. Um, Nothing that would necessarily help my following, my followers grow. Um, I don't know the actual term; it's skipping my mind right now. But not content that would necessarily be like not profitable, but nothing that the viewer can necessarily gain from and take a lot from. It was more so just like, these are great photos, these are great videos. Um, and the reason why I did that was just to, like I said, one, I wanted to do it daily so that constant exposure, maybe it'll break to people who've been following that don't necessarily see my work. Because I know it's the same thing for me. There's people that I follow that I'm just like, I come across their page, I'm just like, why I don't ever see this person's work on my timeline? Um, and that was more so like a brand building content. So establish a brand, which I think I really had a good one, of like, people know me and they know what I do. And you'll never be able to dispute that, because 95% of the conversations that I have start with the same thing, to the point where it's annoying. It's travel and tourism. And I think that's a good way to know, like, if you have a niche, if you have like a good solid brand to begin with, what do you represent? And you know what you represent if, when people are talking about what you do creatively, and they're all saying the same thing, if the conversation always starts with the same thing. And for me personally, it's always about travel and tourism, because they know my page, they know everything that I post, my content is disciplined towards that, or they're asking for information on certain things. Um, they're asking for help, so they know that I am um, a not a thought leader, but I'm a person who they know they can go to for that information. Now I want to push it a bit further, and I want to be more so on like the business side of the travel and tourism industry, and also the creative side of as well. I want to balance the two and not just be done for the creative. I want to work with more businesses, work with more companies, and hopefully um, uh, I want to have a creative agency, and I want that agency to be the agency that helps brands and businesses grow within the sector, but also helps the creators that contribute to this sector as well. Um, and also, just grow the sector in total. And that's giving people the resources that they need to get out there and make it to wherever it is that they want to make it to. So, um, I do not want to speak for much longer. 40 minutes is quite some time. I do want to do much more shorter episodes. So we'll chop this up. The next few weeks will be focusing on the resource guides, which please, if there's anywhere, a city, a country as well, but cities more so than countries, multiple cities within countries, let me know what cities it is that you would like a resource guide for. By the time I post this, Rio de Janeiro should be already posted. Go check that out and see if you would like that for other cities as well. Paris, either at the end of this month or at the beginning of next. Um, and next week, I still don't know, but we'll work our way up towards that. Um, more long form videos for YouTube. That's what I'm going to be doing. I want to work out more. I want to speak in front of the camera more. I haven't uploaded a podcast episode in God knows when. But why not be on multiple platforms? So this will be on YouTube. This will be on whatever platform that podcasts are on that I can afford to pay for. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Long form videos. I'm working on two right now. Um, mm. And as far as like work goes, I I had a 9 to 5 job that I was working, as well as all of my content creation work as well. And now I have to figure out what I'm going to do as far as work goes, because I don't have my 9 to 5 job anymore. I can't work. So I need to find more creative gigs that don't require me to be on my feet, which is a lot of work at the desk. And I don't just want that to be just editing. I want that to consist of like, you know, offering consultation when it comes to like brand development, brand strategy. Um, you know, I don't know. I'll see. I have a lot to think about. And it seems like I won't get a lot of sleep, so I'll have even more time to think about that. This was good though. I did this in one take. I'm glad I finally did this. Um, like I said, keep working out, expose yourself to creating as much as possible. Um, and yeah, keep getting those reps in. All right, that is all. This is the part where it takes me a couple minutes to turn off my camera because I can't reach.